I'm not gonna lie, I kind of put off making this one just because I wanted to see what happened after Mania, and then right after Mania, I didn't want to be one of those people who was just trying to chase clout. At the same time, Cody's my guy. He's been my guy for 5 years. He is my favorite wrestler currently active today, and he's champion. It feels pretty good just right now, and I got this figure. I'm not gonna lie, if it wasn't for the hype around watching WrestleMania 40, I probably wouldn't have picked it up because I have a lot of Codys, but now that I have it, why don't we review it? From Mattel and WWE Elite, this is the Top Picks American Nightmare Cody Rhodes. It's a Cody Rhodes in an attire we've not had in any other figure, that being his red and blue attire. It looks very sharp. If anyone doesn't know, Top Picks is basically its own subline of Mattel Elites where they put all the big stars like John Cena, Randy Orton, Jeff Hardy had a figure. Basically, everyone who gets a lot of figures but are like the mainstays of the roster and of a collection, they get top picks. And then older legends like Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, as well as other kind of lesser known wrestlers are put into the main elite lines. On the other side of the box, we just have the name. Here on the back, we have him jumping out. The American Nightmare returned to WWE to win the championship that eluded his father, the American Dream Dusty Rhodes. He's completed his story now, hasn't he? Career highlights, Intercontinental Champion. He did that back as Dashing Cody Rhodes. And then he was a tag team champion with Ted DiBiase Jr. He's from Atlanta, Georgia. He is 6'2", has 220 pounds, and his finisher is the Crossroads. You can see that in this wave. You could also got Sheamus. He looks fine. Logan Paul. Again, he also looks fine, but I don't really need a Logan Paul in my collection. And then we have the picture here on the side. With all that said, let's actually get this opened up now. Taking a closer look at Cody, and a thing I will say is this is nothing new. There's no new whistles or gimmicks here. It is a Cody Rhodes that we have seen many places before. There's just a new coat of paint on this one, quite literally. That said, I don't mind this. I would mind it a lot more if it was in a standard wave where, you would want more unique wrestlers, more unique attires. But given the nature of what Top Picks is, again, that being if you're starting a collection or just need a mainstay, with that in mind, I think this is actually a pretty good Cody. So, just looking at the general stuff, you can see he has pretty good proportions. Alongside that, his attire I actually really like. It's very unique compared to the other attires we've gotten for Cody so far. Alongside that, we have decent articulation, got a ball joint at the head, universal at the shoulder, an upper arm rotation, double jointed elbow, universal at the wrist, a ab crunch, a waist joint, universal at the hip, though it is just a bit stiff on mine. My word, there it goes. Upper leg cut, double jointed knee, and then you have a boot swivel and a slight bit of waggle. So, you have a decent sweep articulation, about what you'd expect from a Mattel Elite. Alongside that, we do have some of the more direct things we can look at. We have, of course, some chest hair, the dream tattoo, his neck tattoo, which I don't like it when Mattel does this, where the tattoo spills over onto his head sculpt. It just looks weird and wrong. It's a weird thing to be that stickler about when it comes to accuracy. I think it would look better if you just put it all on the neck. But other than that, head sculpt looks good, body looks good, figure looks good. In terms of accessories, we do have the weight belt, which of course he gives away usually to children. It works, something Bret Hart perfected all the way back when, giving gifts to kids to make them cheer for you. Alongside that, we have 6 hands. We have these open splayed hands. We have 2 closed fists. This is the one that has the wrap on it. And then we have 2 open grabby hands. So, with all that said, not a bad suite of accessories. Cody Rhodes is my favorite wrestler currently active. He is my favorite protagonist in the WWE in a very long time. He main evented what might be my favorite Mania in the last 10 years. He is great. Dare I say, he is perfect. I adore him as a performer, and this figure is pretty good as well. Like I said, there's nothing new here, nothing too exciting, but if you just want a solid enough Cody Rhodes, especially right now when we're all still kind of in the hype of him with his championship belt at long last, you could do a lot worse. Not the best Cody Rhodes ever made, but also far from the worst, a perfectly serviceable Cody, and one with a little bit of a unique attire to at least make him that touch bit different.